Hello everyone, it is Kaiju Stuff here, and I'm back. I got a new setup after, month and a half, give or take. But hey, I've been doing very important stuff. Like fishing. There's a picture right there. And there. And right there. Anyway, so today we're gonna do a pretty cool review, in my opinion. I already covered some of the things that this company made, but not all of them. Only one so far. But now we're doing the second one. And that will be the Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla Mezco set. So, yeah, I guess let's just get into it. And we're going to start off with the box. Now, this is my most recent Mezco. So this is one of the only boxes I have from Mezco. And to be honest, this is the coolest one out of all of them, because it has the poster on it, and we'll get to that. But anyway, so starting on the bottom, Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla. I like how Mecha Godzilla and Godzilla are different colors, and I like how Godzilla has like the 70s looking Godzilla font, like American 70s Godzilla font. Like I know America used to have that certain font with Godzilla. Anyway, deluxe 3-figure box set. Obviously a see-through thing. On the side has pretty much a recreation of the poster, like the actual movie poster. In the back, we have Godzilla, King Caesar, and Mecha Godzilla. And I don't have Godzilla's head. Don't ask where it went, because I don't know. Here we got a little action shot of Mecha Godzilla. A cooler action shot of Mecha Godzilla shooting his little finger missiles. This picture looks more like Terror of Mecha Godzilla. Godzilla breathing atomic breath, and Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla. And on the other side, we have a little recreation of the poster. Same one on the right side. And then finally, the actual movie poster. Right there says Godzilla and King Caesar. Because, it's just a copy, so there's no Mecha Godzilla on here. Like Japanese writing. And I'm assuming this is King Caesar, because it's right next to King Caesar. And I know this is Godzilla, just by memorization. But yeah, it's a pretty exact replica, in my opinion. Besides the eye lasers not being... Oh wait, no, they are being shot. Okay, well the fire nostrils are not being shot, but that's not an accessory, so they couldn't do it if they wanted to. Anyway, let's get to our first figure, Godzilla. Now, I do actually prefer this Godzilla than any other Godzilla that Mezco has created. Mostly because I like the suit better in general, because Godzilla vs. Hedorah's Mezco had the thing over its eye, so it's not really too playable. Like, you can't really use it unless you have Hedorah with it, which is fine, because these are mostly just display pieces. But, it's the point of it. Like, you could really use this one for anything. It's like the basic Showa Godzilla, which I really do like. I like the stance he's in. I like how one foot's in front of the other. I mean, you could make it to where it's not one in front of the other, but then it's weird. So yeah, the tail's gotten like a nice curve with his mouth wide open, but there's an accessory that makes it closed, but I don't have that. Because guess what? Mezco messed up again. Now you might be saying, what do you mean again? Watch this video. Because they messed up on Manila's head by giving me 2 of the same head. And with this one, they gave me no head besides this one. Which, if you look, I'm going to do a zoom up of it, does not even have the hole for him to breathe atomic breath. So this is just an open mouth Godzilla. But I digress, because I do really, really like this figure. I like the silver on his dorsal plates. I like how he's like a greenish gray. I know it's hard to tell on camera, but he's got like a little green in him, like in the light. The tail does not move, which I'm not too pleased about. But he's got the basic Mezco Godzilla articulation. Like the arms is like a 180-degree rotation. Oh wait. Okay, so Godzilla's right arm moves a full 360. The legs don't move that much. Or I'm sorry, the one actually does. The one moves. This one really doesn't. Like, that just does not move. Which I'm okay with. Because, once again, these are basically display. You're not really going to play with these in the backyard like you would with a Bandai vinyl or a Playmate. The head is detachable because, it was originally supposed to come with another head that could shoot fire. So, that's cool. The actual fire accessory is the same one that we've been getting. It's the same thing, which I'm okay with. If they made a 1954 and it was blue, I would not be okay with that. Now, there's no hole in there. Like, that just falls out. But it does fit in there, so you can make him shoot atomic breath if you really shove it in there, but it kind of ruins the teeth, because this is probably only on mine, and I'm just unlucky when it comes to Mezco. But you should be fine. But in my case, it ruins the teeth when I put it in. Mostly because there's no hole for me to jab it in there. It's just a flat thing. Once again, I just showed a close-up. So, But other than that, it's a pretty nice figure, and the atomic breath accessory is really nice. I mean, yeah, we've got it 3 times already, but it is a nice sculpt. I like how it's see-through, and I like how you can use it on every Godzilla, so if you lose one, you have 2 more. But let's move to the next one, King Caesar. Now, the funny thing is, this is my favorite King Caesar that I have, because I only have 2. This one, and the Bandai Creation, which, one thing I never liked about the Bandai Creation, but never really thought of up until getting this guy, was the Bandai Creation has pupils. Yeah, King Caesar does not have pupils. And I know that's not the only figure that depicts him with pupils, but I find it neat that this is one of the only ones that shows him to have no pupils. And yes, I did zoom the camera in because I realized while reviewing Godzilla, the camera is too, zoomed out. Anyway, so King Caesar is very movie accurate. I like how they sculpted in literally every, individual spine and scale. I like his hair. I like how it's very hair looking. Because I know most King Caesars, it doesn't really give the illusion of hair, just growths. But this one did it very nicely, and I like how it's a nice goldish brown color. It's not just straight up gold. His eyes are a nice blood red, just like in the movie. Hard to tell here, but it is very nice. His skin is like a brownish-ish, with some black highlights. Bone white not tails. Claws and teeth. And King Caesar does come with 2 accessories, which I really do like the second accessory. Which, these 2 accessories technically, make one. So if I pop off King Caesar's head, he has a head with ears, and that looks like a pupil, but it's not. Then what you do, well, if you just want ears on him, that could be cool. I mean, he'll only have 1 pupil, but yeah, it'll look cool. Yeah, his ears are up. But he comes with this. There's a part in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla where he takes Mechagodzilla's laser and makes it his own. And that's what this is, and that's really cool, because I don't think enough people give that credit. I don't think people give King Caesar that ability to transform other people's abilities into his. That's very that ability that King Caesar has. I think it's very underused, and I like how they presented it in this matter. So I think that is very cool. This is very fragile though. It is a bendy plastic, so you can bend it a little, but if you like try to snap it, it will snap. But I do like the raised ears. It doesn't look forced. It looks very nice. Especially on this angle, because it looks as he's got like a little cat like pupil. You know how they're very slit pupils. This side even looks good, but you can't have him really face forward because it just looks like he's one pupil. But yeah, you can like just on one side have him like that. But yeah, for the articulation, the head does not move. Does not move. I mean, it can move off his body, but you know, it does not really move at all. His arms do move, but not very well. Just very stiff, very, very stiff. The tail does not move, and the legs, they move. Just like I wouldn't force that to move, because once again, these are not supposed to move. They're just supposed to be cool display pieces, or if you're a collector, a representation of that movie. But let's move to the final character that we have, and that's Mecha Godzilla. And he's the one that has the most accessories, obviously. Now, Mecha Godzilla is definitely one of the coolest Mecha Godzillas that I personally have in my collection. Number one, he has a crapload of articulation. For example, his hands rotate a full 360. His head does a full 360. He's nice and stiff, so I think eventually I'm going to make a stop motion with him. He's just like very nice and stiff. I know I already made Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla stop motion, and for a while it was my most viewed video, but that was thrown out the window when I posted Godzilla vs. Zilla. By the way, new toy battle coming eventually. And by eventually, I don't mean a month from now. I know I've been gone for a while, but you know, look at that. That's awesome. Anyway, yeah, as for Mechagodzilla, he's got a nice gunmetal gray, and he's got nice, like, gold eyes. I like how they're gold, because it gives the illusion that they're glowing, like in the movie. MG, hopefully they make a Terror of Mechagodzilla, and we get, like, a little mini Titanosaurus. Like, I know this is not considered mini for Mezco standards, but you know, for me, because I'm mostly Bandai collector, this is mini. This is like 3.5, 4 inches tall. I'm used to 6, 8 inches. But yeah, his movements, basically just his arms, legs, not the tail, and I guess the head, which I already mentioned. But one thing that's cool is that Mechagodzilla does not need the tail to stand. He's completely fine without the tail. And in fact, if you use the tail, it looks so weird. But, yeah. But let's move on to his accessories, which will take a while. His first one I would like to mention is the head. Because, yes, his head does pop off, but yes, it does take a while. So, I'm going to cut back to that. But, the other one is his little trapdoor thing. That pops out. Then you could put this cool thing on. Yeah, it's that little beam that comes out of his trapdoor. So all we do is pop that in there. That's a cool effect. It really is. So that's one. Then you could pop out his hands. One hand. Two hands. And then you could put in these. These are the things, these are the finger missiles that Mechagodzilla uses. So you can make him do his all-out attack that he did in the movie. And then you could put in, finally, the head, which I'm going to cut back to that, because I'm not going to let you guys see that. Okay, I finally got Mechagodzilla's head on, and he's got a really cool lasers, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. He's got his all-out epic attack, which I find one of the coolest parts of the movie. But let's do some comparisons and wrap this video up. Alrighty, so the first comparison I want to do is them and the Mezco Anguirus. Mostly because I really wanted to complete the full movie cast, and I already had the Anguirus, so I thought it's a pretty cool fit, right? Anyway, let's go to the next one. One thing I want to do for a while was compare all the Godzillas. So this one's the 1972, 74, and 68. And here are all the Godzillas compared to Mecha Godzilla and King Caesar. And finally, here's the cast of Godzilla vs. Mecha Godzilla compared to King Ghidorah and Hedorah. All of them from Mezco. And I like it that you can actually have all of the villains together to have like a little group. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And I know I've been gone for a while, but for like the 5th time or 4th time, that's pretty cool. You have to admit that's look at that. Look how big that is. That was a 5.5 pounder. It's awesome. But I digress. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. And let me know if I should talk about fishing more on this channel and if you guys actually want to see that. Anyway, thank you and goodbye.